put the shulker box in there. Hit the button for the dispenser. It goes up. Are the items filtered? Okay, they're going through. Welcome to today's episode. It is going to be a very large episode. I say that a lot, but I really mean it this time. So today I'm going to be working on my item sorting storage system, which is going to take up this entire area. So for this, I'm going to have to gather a lot of resources, and it's going to take me a lot of time to build the redstone, and hopefully I can build some of the buildings surrounding it. So the plan for the storage system is to do this. So if you're not familiar, this is my base for my first Let's Play series. So what I thought would be cool would be to pay homage to this by recreating this as my storage system. So this is actually a lot bigger than my storage system is going to be, but I thought this would be a good base to work off of. So I think this works into the theme I'm going to be going for. So there's quartz, red sand, acacia fences, and you can see terracotta also. I'm not sure about the outside if I'm going to do this platform walkway around. There'll also be lots of quartz, light blue glazed terracotta for the floors. I'm going to try to do something similar with the chest and the storage system. There's a couple things I won't be doing, but the big one is I won't be doing the dome in the second level. What I'm thinking of is something to allow a lot more light inside, so maybe some windows on the second level, and then groupings of domes. But we'll have to see when I get to that point what will actually look aesthetically pleasing on the building. So as I said, it's going to take a lot of resources, so I've been slowly trying to gather them. So you can see there's comparators, repeaters, some hoppers, blocks of redstone and redstone dust. There's also some quartz, which I'm going to be for the building, lots of chests. This is a lot of iron for the hoppers, which I still need to craft. And then there is terracotta also for the building. So the one thing I need that I don't have right now is blue ice. And I also need some signs, which I believe are in here. Do I have enough? I might have enough. But the blue ice is the first thing I have to grab. And there is packed ice up there, but I don't want to take any ice from the mountain right here, so I'll have to find another one. So here is my map floor. I guess it's not really a map wall, so I can get a clear idea of where some packed ice is. You can see it on the mountain here, the light blue. So basically you can craft packed ice into blue ice. You can craft ice into packed ice than blue ice, but that's going to take a lot of ice to do. So it'd be easier to find a mountain peak with packed ice and get it from there. So I think the easiest spot would be somewhere directly south of my base. So I think this spot's the best. So I'm going to take this map and we're going to fly over there and try to grab some packed ice. And here we go. There is some packed ice right there next to a lava pool. So let's grab this self-touch pickaxe and let's try to mine as much as possible. It looks like there's a ton of packed ice here, but I probably will not even make a dent on this. Okay, so my entire inventory is full with packed ice. I think that is enough. Let's quietly stare at the goat that's over there, and let's head back to the base. I only have 4 firework rockets, so let's see if I can make it all the way there. And it only took me 2 firework rockets, and I want to get out of the way of that creeper that's right there. Let us replace the map. That's not what I meant to do. Wait, there we go. So map wall is intact. And let's craft the blue ice. Let's see how many stacks I can get out of this. So I got 2 stacks, which should be more than enough for what I'm going to be doing. So the next thing I want to do is I am right here by the beacon in my Badlands. I have a ton of shulker boxes. So what we're going to do is try to collect some terracotta. I also need some sand for some glass. I am finished with the mining of the terracotta. So if you can see, there is a lot of shulker boxes of just terracotta. Of course, I was going specifically for the plain one so I could dye it whatever color I wanted. So I think that's at least 5, 6, almost 7 shulker boxes of just terracotta. And this is all the sand that I got. So that used up a ton of durability on my pickaxes. You can see this one's pretty low. I also have these two that I used, and I used that one also. So it's a good thing I had extra pickaxes for the amount of terracotta I was trying to mine. So now that that's done, let's haul this back to my base. So the next thing I gotta do is get some quartz blocks. So I have, I think, about 10 stonemason villagers. They all will have the quartz trade, and I have tons of emeralds in here. Maybe a bit too many. And I need to get as many quartz as possible because I like to use it as a building material. So I don't want to get quartz and pillar, I just want to start with quartz. So here's the haul I got from the villager trading. I used up all of my emeralds. I probably should have been more careful with this because I need more quartz. So I got bricks, polished granite, dripstone blocks, etc. I really could use some pointed dripstone to go with this so I could get some renewable water and lava. And then there's glazed terracotta and terracotta. And then this is the quartz. So this isn't enough for the actual storage system, but I probably will build the redstone part of it first, and then that can give me enough time to get more pumpkins and melons, and then I can trade that for more emeralds and get more blocks of quartz to finish it. But that's a good start on that part of it. So the next thing I want to do is get some light blue glazed terracotta. Now I can trade with the villager, but right now I don't have any emeralds. So let's get some lapis lazuli and also some white dye. And let's try and craft as much as possible of this. As much light blue dye as possible. And now we will craft as much of that as I can. So that's a lot of light blue terracotta. And then let's throw in the light blue terracotta to get some glazed light blue terracotta. And we'll also throw in some sand because I need a lot of glass for the top of the storage area. So I've compiled most of the resources. I don't think I have enough, but I have most of it. And I'm just taking a look at the layout. So the thing with this is I kind of laid it out quite a while ago, so I'm kind of going off of that I didn't get anything wrong. So you can see there's kind of this C shape on the outside. That's going to be part of the storage system. The inner part, the U, is also going to be part of the storage system. So this is all going to be chests and part of the item sorting. I'm going to have the input chest in the middle here. So basically you'll walk in the entrance and there will be the input chest. And I'm also going to eventually put a shulker unloader also in there. So it'll basically go from there. It'll circle around in this one. Then it'll go around and it'll go through all the way through there. So I'm trusting my guesses from before that this is the right setup for this. So the first thing I'm going to do is probably put down a floor, something with deep slate, because I have tons of deep slate blocks and no stone. So this is to prevent from creepers blowing up something and me falling through the floor to the ground. So I'm basically going to have this floating thing. Eventually I'm going to have to put cliffs on the side like I did with the trading hall over there. I didn't dig it down because I think it would look weird on that side. So there's going to be a space underneath, which if I want to eventually, I can basically take stuff from like my iron farm or my pumpkin farm and have it go underneath into the storage system. But this is a good start. So here's all the shulker boxes. That was not smooth at all on my part. But here are all the shulker boxes. I think I have enough stuff. So I have glass. I do not have near enough quartz for what I'm going to do. And you can see all the redstone stuff, more glass, lots of chests and iron for the hoppers. I'm not sure if I have enough light blue glazed terracotta for the floor, but you can see I have tons of stuff. So I think it's time to put in the floor and also put in the light blue glazed terracotta. So I'm going to basically start from the floor, and then after that I'm going to put in all the chests, then the redstone component. So this is going to take quite a few time lapses to complete. And there is the floor of the building. So you can see the light blue glazed terracotta. Looks pretty good as a floor. You can definitely see the structure where I'm going to put the chest in. So if you have never placed the glazed terracotta before, it's pretty easy actually. So basically what you do is you go in a circle like this. And there you go, you can see the pattern there. So it all connects together. So in a large area like this, you can pretty much just like go every 2 blocks like that and then fill everything in. It's pretty easy after a while once you get the hang of it. But the next thing I'm going to do is try to put in all the double chests, which is going to be a lot of chests in here. Chests are all put in place. There is a little bit of quartz underneath just to make it a bit clean. I'm definitely going to use a lot of quartz in this build. The one thing I forgot was the item frame, so I still got to craft all of them. Also, the chests kind of look weird, but there are going to be breaks in it because for the water stream, because I will need basically a block with blue ice and a sign so it can continue along the stream. So the next thing I got to do is the redstone, which will be the item sorting. So I have building blocks so I can put all the stuff behind and the redstone dust on. I have glass for the streams, blue ice, comparators and repeaters for the circuit, redstone dust, I hope that is enough, and a lot of hoppers, I hope that's enough, and redstone torches. So this is going to take a while, but I think I have the hang of it, so let's see how this goes. as you can tell, it's been quite a while since that time lapse. I've been just kind of working on some stuff that maybe isn't that appealing to watch. So I put in all the water streams. I also put in an input chest to be able to get an upward bubble column into the storage system. And all of this stuff isn't completely done yet. I still have to do some stuff to get it all up and working. The one thing I also got to add is I'm not going to be able to get the exterior done in this episode like I was hoping. It's just going to take too much quartz and I don't have the resources. I don't even have acacia saplings, and I wanted to make acacia fences as part of this. So I'm definitely going to have to grind for the resources and eventually get it for the exterior, but I can't do it in this episode. So right now, this still needs to be set up as an upward bubble column, but it should be all set up. It's basically a simple circuit. When there's items in there, they will basically be ejected into the upward bubble column and go through all the water streams. And I had to use a dropper for this, and I'll show you why in a second. Also, droppers don't have some of the issues dispensers have. For example, if you put bone meal in a dispenser, it'll try to use it like bone meal on something like dirt, but it won't be ejected like normal items. Also, water buckets are a bit of an issue, but droppers are a bit easier to use. So this thing right here is a Shulker Unloader. Now, I always try to put the tutorials, if you want to build this, in the description. This one is really easy. It isn't that complicated when you look at it. So how this works, let's see if I can remember how I did this. So here's the Shulker box. So you can see it goes into there. It obviously goes into the dispenser. So I hit this button. You can see it places the Shulker box. It's unloading the items in here. Now let's see if I can remember how this works. So there is the comparator here, obviously measures the signal. This observer basically checks the state of that, so it goes up there, which has the piston. Then you can see the piston just pushed the observer, and then that will break the shulker. And you can see the shulker right there is on the ground there. So basically this allows me to just put all of my shulker boxes in here. It unloads all of the items. Then it'll break the shulker box and they'll go through my storage system and I can pick it up. So I don't have to move every single item out of my shulker box. So this is pretty easy. So I guess the most pressing thing is to fix this water stream first. So obviously you have to put in the soul sand. And then I have the kelp, right? So I don't want to go straight up because that'll create a water source. So let's see, right here, there. So that's the perfect spot. Creates a water source that goes up. Break that at the bottom. And then place the glass down here. Not like that. And place the block right there. So now I have an upward bubble column that feeds into there. That's perfect. So I should probably explain how the storage system and specifically this circuit works. Or should I? Yeah, I will. Why not? So in the hopper, these 4 slots are going to be filled with one item. Now I have diorite in my inventory. The reason for this is I'm going to be using diorite slabs. It's perfect for me because I never build with diorite slabs and I would never use it. So there'll never be a reason for me to have storage with diorite slabs. So it's perfect for item filtering. And in this slot, you want to have the item you want to filter. So it has to be at least something that is above 43 in a stack. So anything that's 64 works. So the stuff below, like let's say armor that can only stack in 1 or eggs that only can stack in 16, won't work in the storage system. It'll just be go to the end where I'm just gonna have the random stuff. So basically if it goes above 43, it gets pushed below down into the hoppers and into the chests. So this allows me to filter the items. I just need to basically fill every single hopper with the items I want to filter. So how this circuit works is there is the comparator. There is the comparator that measures the fullness of the hopper, and it has redstone here. There's a redstone repeater under this block. And basically what it does is when it goes above the fullness of the normal thing, so basically above 43, it will unlock the redstone torch that is under here, and it will unlock that hopper, so it allows it to push items down. which is what you want for this item filtering. So one of the problems I'm having with the exterior is the amount of quartz I need. Now to get the amount of quartz I need to get a lot of emeralds to trade with the stonemasons, these guys down here, because they have a great trade for quartz, which is an emerald for quartz. But I need tons of emeralds in order to get the amount of quartz I need. There is a trick that I kind of showed in one of my tutorials, which is if you trade with a librarian, hopefully this guy has the trade, you can see you get 4 glass. So what you can do is craft the glass into glass panes, then go over to this cartographer right here, and if you get the trade down to 1 glass pane, you can get an emerald. So it actually allows you to change 1 emerald into 10 emeralds. So you can get tons of emeralds this way. The problem I'm having is that this guy, you can just see what just happened there. He went from 3 down to 1. So I think because I'm trading so many glass panes to these guys, it's affecting the price. So they're actually increasing their price because I'm selling them so many glass panes. So this is kind of creating a problem for me because the price isn't stable enough for me to make the trade. So it's kind of screwing up the emerald trade for me right now. But yeah, this guy he's cool. He's giving me the trade I want. But this is kind of affecting me getting enough quartz for the exterior of the storage system. Next thing I got to do is craft some diorite slabs. The polished diorite slab looks pretty cool, but I would definitely use that in builds. But this diorite slab, not so cool. So let's get as many as I need for the storage system. So I thought this is kind of interesting. So you can see this comparator is on from the kelp from earlier. So these things aren't being pushed down into the chest because the fullness of this isn't enough to actually unlock the redstone torch underneath and unlock the hoppers. So that's kind of interesting. So I just got to place all of these diorite slabs in here. You can see they're turning on the comparators as I go. I don't even know how many slots I have in this entire system. It's easily above 200, which is probably more than I need. So I have put the diorite slabs in there, so now I just have to put the stacks of the items I want to sort. So I went through all of my storage, and I got all the items that I have that are over 43. The problem with this is, unfortunately, I don't have every item I want to put in the storage system over 43 items. So something like leather, I don't have over 43. I don't have redstone dust for some reason over 43. And my iron farm keeps breaking, so I don't have over 43 iron ingots. So anyways, what I got to do, the next step is figure out where I'm going to place everything. Then after that, I have to put the stacks in each hopper in the order and actually try to remember it. So this is going to take a while to sort this out. In a weird way, I'm going to probably enjoy this because I get to sort it out and figure out what order I want to place everything in. Okay, so I finally organized all the chests and I actually used all the slots, although I may move some stuff around eventually. So you can see it was 41 items, not 43 like I said. So that is all done. Now I just have to get all the items into the Shulker Unloader and load it into the storage system. Okay, so let's test this out. So most of the stuff in here is stuff that'll go in my storage system. So we'll put it in there. Let's hit the button. Oh, and I just remembered I made a mistake. But you can see, oh, I didn't put a top on there. That's not good. I gotta grab that shulker box and put a top on there. So I just remembered I forgot to fix this, because otherwise the items are gonna get stuck at the end and they won't drop into the chest. So that's just the items that I don't really have a storage slot for. So everything is set. And now let's try it again. So let's see if it works this time. So we'll put the shulker box in there. Hit the button for the dispenser. It goes up. Are the items filtered? Okay, they're going through. So let's go over to the quartz and see if it filters into that system. Okay, cool. It looks like all the items are going in. So this one is filling with blocks of quartz. There might end up being some that won't go into this chest because there's just too many going in at once. But But now I can put all the shulker boxes into the shulker unloader and load all the stuff from the other storage area I have. So that's pretty much done. So I think that covers everything for today's episode. Thank you guys for watching. And next time I will probably do something else. Maybe, well, we'll see. We'll see. Lots of options. Tons of farms to still build. So thank you guys for watching.